It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Cowboys coming out. As usual, it's Dak Prescott leading the way. Led the NFL in touchdown passes, Greg, a season ago. Already his 9th year at the helm for the Cowboys.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. Again, here's Zeke. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Got a man, that's Tolbert. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. First and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the ground, it's Elliott. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Prescott. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he's in. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Khalil Dorsey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
Truth be told, we might be talking about one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the entire NFL. I mean, he's constantly talked about as if he's some fringe NFL starter, despite the fact, Mike, that he's been the focal point for a team that has completely turned things around since his arrival. Now, I don't know if we would classify him as this, like, elite super talent, but there's no denying this guy is a winner, and if he's under center, you got a great chance.
Don't get that often during the season. First play of the drive picks up 29 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
First carry for David Montgomery. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
No help from those last two runs. It is 3rd and 13. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that third down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A second down throw for Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll bring up second and goal.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player, and when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Throwing on second down. Goff to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Throwing here on third and goal. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk, Trayvon Diggs again. Accelerating toward midfield. To the 20. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Cowboys will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, it's Dorsey. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On play action, Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop. Gets in to bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
One quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. Their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short. They've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher.
Still 3rd down.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Williams in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing, Goff, and he'll take it on in. Rock right, touchdown Lions. A try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Play action now. Prescott. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On 2nd down, here comes Zeke. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll stick with Elliott. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Prescott. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet in bounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Williams in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple, right? I mean, everyone wants to complicate offensive football and make it super technical. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. The Lions will punt this ball away. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. This is take at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On second down, it's Dak. This one is caught by Turpin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum, because so far they've come out hot in this one.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set for this next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's first and 10. Now Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing here is Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on second and 4. To throw is Goff. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. It is 3rd and 10. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Here's Jack Fox now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Right side and brought in by Williams. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Catch is made by Wright. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
Nice first down pickup there by Sam Laporta, the second-year tight end out of Iowa. And You talk about having a breakout rookie campaign, Mike. I mean, to make the Pro Bowl as a rookie at the tight end position is no easy feat. He kind of burst onto the scene as the Lions found themselves in the NFC Championship. I had a chance this summer to spend some time with him at our TEU, kind of our tight end-only camp that I run with Kelsey and Kittle in Nashville, and seeing him work up close and personal, you can see why, even though he's a young player, he's had the level of success that he's had only 2 years now into his career.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Here's Goff. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing on second down, Goff. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
Illegal touching. Offense.
The official right there to call it. You cannot go out of bounds and then be the first guy to touch it. So that draws the flag. They'll go once more from the 3. Third and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. He slams it in there, and he is in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Lions 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Play fake. Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On third down, Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. Seems like they got a little lazy. They got locked in on maybe one or two of the offensive targets. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
They'll throw again. Dak. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll run Zeke up the middle. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. It is brought in the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And It seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the ground, Montgomery. And he'll get forward for a couple. Malik Hooker there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Goff to throw. On target to Laporta. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Now it is 1st and goal. So these two teams take a long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And he will score! Game on! Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return starts at the 13. Yeah! And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Gonna start this on the ground with Elliott. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's gonna get this all the way down to the Cowboys Cowboys' 34-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
He's got that complete to Turpin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dak to throw. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Shotgun in case you get out hot. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep the lawyer on retainers of depositions and documents. Back to the topic in case you forgot it or not on his head. Bobby, baby, keep that pocket front.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return it, it's Dorsey. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
This one caught by Patrick. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll stick to the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On first down, it's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Goff. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and veteran Ezekiel Elliott making their way back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. First and 10. Play action now. Prescott. That's complete to Elliott. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
To the right, here's Elliott. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll run it here with Zeke. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Elliott. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Turpin. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. Josh Pascal on the stop. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Brian Anger in punt formation for the Cowboys.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.